Now, Pakistan's stock market is booming. Stock prices are at their highest level ever, and investments are pouring in. But is the economy taking off in a fundamental way, or is it a bubble waiting to burst? We sent Mobin Nasir to the country's biggest city and home of its stock exchange to find out.
It's 10 in the morning in Karachi, and orders to trade stocks are pouring in at this brokerage. Qasim Anwar has been working here for more than a decade, and he says business has never been better.
If volumes pick up, we have business here. If volumes are there, traders are happy. And I think these are the best days. You know, market as at its highest levels, never witnessed before.
Part of the enthusiasm is due to rising profits. The 100 biggest companies on the exchange have seen their earnings grow by a fifth every year since 2014.
A critical element is the rise of the middle class. A country of 200 million people, estimated middle class of between 35 to 40 million. While the per capita GDP is about $1,500, the per capita income of the middle class is in excess of $2,500 to $3,000. Now, what that means is that people have buying power.
And that's not all. Demand for cement, steel, and a number of other industries is also expected to jump on the back of the newly announced China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. This is the site of a new bus service for the country's biggest city. Now, there are 5 more projects like this in Karachi alone, and China is spending more than $50 billion on energy and infrastructure in Pakistan. Over the next 10 years, that's expected to drive the economy. But not everyone is convinced that the country's fate is changing. Akil Karim Dedi is a prominent businessman who made his fortune at the stock exchange. He says the terms of investments from China are murky and that they could leave Pakistan under a mountain of debt.
The government has guaranteed returns of up to 30% on these investments from China. That's not healthy for us. The stock exchange rising is not necessarily a win for the country.
But those concerns haven't dampened spirits at the market. Global ratings agencies have recently upgraded Pakistan's economic outlook. And for traders like Qasim Anwar, that could mean even better days ahead. Mobin Nasir, TRT World, Karachi.
Well, earlier we spoke to the chairman of Pakistan's Board of Investment and asked him what the government is doing to attract foreign investments and address concerns about paying high returns to investors. Here's what he had to say.
Okay. We've actually getting a lot of interest from foreign companies wanting to invest in Pakistan. Recently, a Turkish group, Koch Group, invested about $250 million in an air conditioning company in Pakistan. A Dutch conglomerate has invested about $500 million in a dairy company in Pakistan. We've recently got confirmation from Renault of France, of Kia of South Korea, as well as Hyundai of South Korea, of their intentions of setting up 3 different car plants in Pakistan. So we're getting a lot of foreign direct investments, and of course, as part of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, there's always a lot of Chinese companies wanting to invest in Pakistan, direct investments in Pakistan, including in power sector plants and also in other infrastructure projects. And finally, recently we've signed an agreement with a Turkish company to set up a solar park in Pakistan. So we're getting a lot of foreign direct investments in Pakistan as well. You talk about CPEC rates of return. The fact is that the government of Pakistan since 1994, under former Prime Minister Madam Benazir Bhutto, has been given the same rate of return, which is 17% dollar rate of return on investment. And that was continued under General Musharraf's regime, and that continues today under this democratic dispensation of Nawaz Sharif. So we are giving 17% rate of return in dollar terms, which is high, which is a very good return, and we would like foreigners to come. Just for the reference, and as you may know, the Karachi Stock Exchange for the last 14 years has been growing at more than 27% in dollar terms. So even then, our dollar returns actually are less than what you can get from the Karachi Stock Exchange. But Pakistan is a market where people make high returns, and that's why I say that invest in Pakistan. So it's not unusual for Chinese companies in investing in electricity to get good returns, and I will invite others to as well join this club.